you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Heyo!
This is Thomas.
And Will.
Checking my
the
mail.
virtual spinner rack. And a terrible book this week. I'm sorry.
All right, now I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think it was that bad, but I thought there were pretty bad parts in it. This is the Marvel morality tale.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Alan.
Hey, man, what's going on? This is for young kids. And Power Pack was targeted at that audience to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is definitely not something we normally would read on the podcast.
I picked it because I think Beta Ray Bill is awesome.
Yeah.
It would have been more awesome if Beta Ray Bill actually had a line in this book.
He doesn't even say.
He doesn't say shit.
Don't even get off my lawn or anything.
Nothing. He's like on the cover, and then he's in charge of opening up the portal so they can get back, because at the time this book came out, the Rainbow Bridge had been destroyed already.
Yeah.
So they didn't really have any way to get back. So
now, the thing that is funny though is Beta Ray Bill doesn't say anything, but the Volumus one, Volstagg, has plenty of lines.
Oh yeah, they scare the crap out of the kids by, I guess, like the prior issue. They tell the kids, be careful. Volstagg sits on trolls and eats them for fun.
Yeah.
Getting the jitters.
Yeah.
And their big bad is somebody that looks like the original Heatwave from DC. Calls himself the Boogeyman. He's just wearing like this big asbestos costume with a jetpack on the back. I'm like,
yeah, might as well say Cancer Center or something.
Yeah, right. I'm like, it's like the Michelin Man with a gun. I'm like, what are you doing?
What is it? Was it DC or Marvel that had that horrible villain? We need to do that damn miniseries just so we could say we did it. Is it Dog Welder?
Dog Welder.
Yes.
Oh, Wild Dog.
No, not Wild Dog. Dog Welder.
Oh, I never heard of that.
Wild Dog is there too. Oh my God. Now you're gonna make me look it up.
They actually brought Wild Dog into like the Arrowverse.
Yes. Hold on. Let me close this up.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Let me
hang on, Alan. We're going down a rabbit hole.
This is what reading comics is supposed to be about, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Oh, Chrome tab. There it is. There you go. You bring that up now. Share it with everybody. Dog Welder.
What in the hell? Why would he want to weld dogs?
Dog Welder. Dog Welder was a member of Section 8. While the team was all hiatus, Dog Welder spent his time trapping and killing dogs in alleyways. When the team reformed, he helped fight the Mazar's henchmen. Dog Welder was vaporized and killed when Section 8 fought the many-angled ones. He's from Gotham City. Alignment, good. Minus the whole dog welding part.
Minus killing dog. What the hell?
Yeah, abilities, dog welding. Other characteristics, obsession, has a strong compulsion to weld dogs to people's faces. Mute, he cannot speak through conventional means. Paraphernalia, welding equipment, weapons, dog welder welds dogs to people.
Imagine him welding like a pug's ass to your face just because he knows the asphyxiation is going to kill you.
Oh, God, sorry. It's just one of the characters I've always liked. Like, man, dog welder.
Like, this is just
I got one from DC you didn't know.
This is just like so depressing. I'm like, I'm trying to, I'm looking around trying to get a dog, and I can't afford one because they
This
would
dude's
rather
welding them all to people.
he's welding them to people, and most of the shelters around here would rather euthanize a dog than not charge somebody like $600 to $1,000 for one.
Oh God, Jesus, dogs that much up there?
I'm like, yeah, well, because it's the Northeast, everybody's greedy.
Oh my God, our little.
They watched American Pickers one day and decided that everything was worth money.
You know that American Picker show is like completely staged, right?
Yeah, I don't care. I still like it.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but it's staged.
Yeah. Oh,
I knew
it was staged as soon as I saw an episode that that they pulled an Amazing Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
Out of the guy's desk drawer. He goes, "Oh, I put it in here when I was 5."
Yeah, they offered like 5,000 for it or something.
Yeah, 5,000 for $100,000 book. Okay. There was another one that looked like if this guy didn't own the books, because none of them were taken care of.
Yeah.
If the guy didn't own the books, then he probably was somebody that used to buy like storage units and scored a bunch of. But it was like early like DC Marvel books, mostly DC, like so old that Wonder Woman was still in Sensation Comics.
Oh, sweet. Now I will talk about old comics and stuff while we're rabbit holing before we get to the Power Pack book 15 that you picked out with Beta Ray Bill with no lines. Damn. Did you see in one of the Facebook groups the other day? I'm not going to mention the name of the group, but there was a guy that's like, "Look, got my 2 grills today, whatever," and he's holding in one hand, he's got Marvel Comics #1, the one with Toro on it from 39, and in the other hand he's got like Amazing Fantasy 15. And people are like, "Man, that is so awesome! You finally got the Grail books you've always wanted. 2 great books. Well, I mean, 2 of the best comics you could ever buy." And they're like, "Did you win the lottery? How long did you save? How much did you pay?" The dude didn't say a whole lot. And then like 3 hours later, there was another dude with a picture of the 2 same books. And he's like, "Man, I went to this local shop today. They just got these in. The owner was nice enough to let me hold them and get my picture taken with them." Like, really? Yeah. And now I honestly, as much as I love comics, I don't know if I would want to go to a shop and be like, "Hey man, that's an Amazing Fantasy number 15. Do you think I could hold it and just get my picture taken with it?"
No.
I mean, it's not like it's it's not like it's Elvira or something, Yeah. Can I hold it and get my picture taken with it?
Did you just say you want to hold Elvira and get your picture taken with it?
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? There's 2 different things there. This is Elvira. This is or whatever. You could pick any celebrity. No.
Now we got to go back to Stan the Man, because he said something about comic books and boobs, and we just mentioned Elvira. So
yeah,
I started like watching from the beginning because I hadn't seen it probably about 10, 15 years. The custom car show from Vegas, Counts Customs.
Oh yeah.
Counting cars.
Yeah. That's a pretty decent show.
And they redid Vampirella's Elvira's Cadillac.
Yeah. Really?
1970s Eldorado convertible.
Oh,
She just wanted it like, prettied up and repainted and some stuff fixed on it and everything. And at the time, she was probably still like in her mid 60s, early 70s.
Yeah. Well, she's
still
only that old now.
Yeah, she's that old now.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so she was already in her 60s when they did that. Oh my God.
The dog coiffer.
Bobby the dog coiffer. The dog. It's going to be a super team up. Dog welder, dog coiffer, and cat queefer.
And Condiment King.
Ooh, Condiment King. Awesome. Well, we just found out that Charlie Sheen will never be allowed to play Beta Ray Bill in a movie.
Why?
Because this whole book, Beta Ray Bill didn't do any lines.
That's terrible. The cover's awesome.
Yeah, the cover's awesome. It's very vibrant. Lots of pink and yellow. Volstagg was afraid that the buffet was going to miss him.
Damn it.
And there's a wiener joke in there somewhere because he's in love with New York City hot dogs.
Yes, he is.
Central Park vendors. Yeah.
I did like this. So I was like this when I was reading it at first. Now, granted, she's a kid, but they're talking about Julie here. Yeah. They're all in the house. So they've got superpowers. And it does talk a little bit about how they get their powers in here because I did not remember. But they're making Julie sew wings on what's-his-face's costume so he can fly. Because what's-his-face reduces his gravity matter mass so he could actually fly. You think you could sew it yourself if you sew faster. But anyway, so the artist is Louise Simonson. June Bergman is the penciler. Bob Wallach is her inker. Gillis Oliver is the colorer. Joe Rosen's the letterer. Carl Parks is the editor. And Jim Shooter, editor-in-chief. What's our fantasy? I'm missing something.
Well, we're not going to worry about that because I just banned him from the channel.
Why?
I figured that was the beginning of a sex bot.
Oh, Lord. Oh, maybe. Okay. Crazy. But yeah, step on it, Julie. Wow, the Asgardians will be going home any minute, and we want a good view to see them leave. So the whole thing starts out, they're literally just going to go to Central Park and watch the Asgardians leave.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Julie's a little upset here. We find out, as she's sewing, they get into a big argument, her and her brother and sisters. Last issue, there was a big fight. And what's his name here? Jack come in to try and get Julie to come out. And he was whispering, and she turned around. She was actually passing a note from one kid to another kid that had the answers on a math test. And she got caught. And now she's got to take a letter to her dad and have him sign it so she can take it back to the school teacher and prove that she took the letter home and had it signed.
Yeah, and the whole fight was just that her brother laughed.
Yeah. So she finally gets mad enough after that. Of course, one of the brothers is like, hey, just fake their signature. Oh, yeah, let's just make this crap worse. So we're going to fake dad's signature and mom's signature. So she finally gets, I hate you. I hate you, Jack Power. I wouldn't be cheating with it.
This guy's going to have like a bunch of different accounts.
Oh, God. So what did Alex? She was caught and didn't do anything. So she leaves. She heads out and she's going to go see that, Asgardians or get out. And she has a little pity party here. It's not fair. It's just not fair. It wasn't my fault. I was just passing a note for this kid, Lucille. When my little brother comes clouding into the schoolroom and my teacher hears him whispering to me and thinks it's me, and she asked to see the paper I'm holding, and it's the answers to the math test. And I get sent to the principal's office. Of course, as she's flying around, she's like, oh, boy, look at all the people heading for the Great Lawn. They all want to see the Asgardians leave. I guess I do, too. They're kind of neat. One of them, the scary one called Hogan, actually spoke to Jack. Yeah, this is where they say they terrify the children by saying Volstagg sits on trolls. He said Jack better watch his smart mouth because the big guy, Volstagg, sits on small trolls. I just wish he'd sit on my creepy brother and squash him. And, of course, as she's flying by, here's Dog Welder. I mean, what was his name? The Bogeyman. Yeah. Yeah, I do love how he's like monologuing here. Those little muties thought smashing my other jetpack and dumping me in the East River would keep them safe. They've underestimated the bogeyman. That was last issue.
Yeah, because he knows all their secret identities, knows where they live.
Yeah,
their parents don't even know they have powers.
No,
even though their last name is Powers.
Yeah, or their last name's Power, not Powers. Power. But and the thing is the bogeyman guy here works with Dad. Mm-hmm. You know, he kind of got fired, but he works with Dad. So yeah, we find out the bogeyman tried to capture one of us alone to prove to the government that we were mutants. And Julie is out there all alone, and I hope she'll be okay. It shouldn't be a problem, Katie. We defeated the bogeyman, but what if he doesn't stay defeated? So, all right, I understand they've got powers. I did like this part kind of got me here where she's like costume on and it just like appears.
Reed Richards created their costumes.
Okay.
So it's the molecule thing, and he made it so they can switch into costumes and, you know, switch them on and off at will, I guess.
Well, I guess. And I see. Well, that's kind of funny too, because I don't understand why. But which one was it? Is it the little girl with the pigtails? Whatever her name is. Did they say it here? I can't remember. But the little girl with the pigtails. Remember, she was in X-Men 205. We read the one with Wolverine.
Yeah.
And that's she never changes. Yeah. She stays in the little in like her. She never changes into her superhero costume. She stays in her jacket and her little pumpy boots and all that. And even when she kind of enters the fight there and does like the blinding flash to help Wolverine at the very end of the book. But that was it. So yeah. All right. So the whole thing is the older brother here is, now that he's got wings, he thinks he can reduce his matter and he can actually fly. And flying is going to be cool. So, of course, he's not very good at it. And essentially, he has no mass at this point, so he can just fly.
He's as good at flying as I am at running.
As you are at running, which isn't very good.
It's tough to run in a wheelchair.
Ooh, flying looks a lot easier when Julie Lightspeed does it, but my way's more exciting. Come on, Energizer, let's go find Lightspeed. No offense, Alex, but maybe Katie'd rather grab a cab. Come on. So they head off. They're looking for their sister now because they're worried about her. And no, Beta Ray Bill does have one line. There it is.
Oh, he had more than one line. Jeez, maybe Charlie Sheen will play him in the movie.
Yeah. So they show up at the damn park. Yeah, it is as you suggested by Lady Sif. Dimensional gateway to Asgard opens wide. Come Asgardians, who will be the first to step through this threshold and re-enter the golden realm? That's his whole line. That's it. That's all. We close the book. We're done now. There's Sif trying to bring all the Asgardians home.
Hammer, twirl the hammer, cosmic explosion, dimensional gateway.
Yep.
And
there's
exit stage left.
Yeah, there's Julie. You know, she's still thinking about, taking the note to Mom and Dad, and she's afraid what they're going to think. And this is all, like I said, this is kind of the target audience for this book was a younger reader, I think. So they're really hitting that hard. There was a couple, I won't say word choices, if we really hammer down to it, that kind of got me in it, where like she calls them Mummy and Daddy, and I'm like, come on, Mom and Dad, it just seems like it'd be easier. But this is, my God, dude, this is what, 80, this is 80, 83, 84. So this is 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Yeah. So she's there, and then here comes the bogeyman. Look at the mutie go. Washington will go. Washington will what? Will use her. What about me? What about my ear? Probably. They don't believe me. What about my ear? I don't remember that part. What about my ear? Okay. Out on my ear. Probably not. They don't believe it. Yeah, because he got fired. They owe me, and I'll make them pay. So they're heading up, and then Julie finally sees Volstagg, who's coming along. He does not have the "I Love New York" shirt on in the damn cover, which I loved. I thought was cool. I know he's the comic
I used to
release.
have one.
Did you? The Lion of Asgard shall thrill to see the Golden Realm. Yet,
More like the hippo of Asgard.
shut up. Yet there are some earthly delights I would savor yet again before we are gone. He's got, yeah. Oh no, one will even notice the hot dogs. I do like. She's going to try and sneak behind him and go to Asgard, and she sees the bogeyman come up and shoot a little dart at her. She jumps out of the way and it hits him in the ass.
You can't miss that.
Yeah. Who dares insult the Lion of Asgard? And he grabs her by the arm.
That's no moon. That's a space station.
Damn it. The mortal child. Is it proper, my girl? Oh no, Julie's in trouble by the big guy who sits on trolls. We got to save her. So they do. They pick him up. They carry him up. Why the hell is he wearing glasses? I just noticed that. Did he have vision problems all of a sudden while he was on Earth?
I don't know.
Secret identity?
Yeah, nobody recognized him in those glasses.
Yeah. By Odin's beard, what manner of changelings are you? And if you've hurt my sister, I'll disintegrate you. In fact, I'm the injured party. This projectile stuck me in the most tender spot, though the paralysis agent on its tip is mostly ineffective on one so massive as I. Julie, no, you didn't. No, honest, it was the bogeyman. The bogeyman, a phantom to frighten children, perhaps would be wise to put me down. My friends, below, they might take my absence amiss. So they go down to Hogan and such, and now they talk. Oh, they don't know. It's pretty complicated. The bogeyman used to work with my dad. Yeah, this is it. Worked with my dad as scientist. He's trying to turn the antimatter converter into a secret weapon. Only we found out, and it would destroy the world. And then they destroyed it. The bogeyman's boss blamed him, and he got fired. And now he wants to get us back. So that's the whole premise of why he's upset. Which is standard supervillain fare. So they talk to them and they head out. Yeah, he's going to go away. We'll have to stop him or he'll keep pursuing us. Now, this I did not get. I mean, I get it, but I don't. I mean, it's all of a sudden we're reading the book and here's a dream from Franklin about, a spaceship being brought down over Earth. And it'll destroy the Power Pack kids. But I guess it's foreshadowing for a future comic.
Probably.
Yeah. No, you can't. So Franklin's having premonitions. The Fantastic Four. Oh, yeah, he wakes up. Mommy, Daddy, yeah. Why are they never? Yeah, here it is. No, Jarvis, it was a special dream. I got to stop them. I only got to say I'm scared. Jarvis, why do Mommy and Daddy always go away and leave me alone?
Because they're afraid of you, Franklin. That's why.
Until you lose your powers. It's like that movie.
And then at some point he gains them back and makes Uncle Doom monarch of the world.
Yeah, unlike like that movie. Oh God, was it Brightburn?
Oh God,
that movie was good. Rough but good. Yeah. So the Power Pack kids go and confront the bogeyman. The government fired me because of you rotten muty freaks, but I'll get you. And of course they do their best to take him down. And with the help of the Warriors 3 here, they managed to, direct hit. And I do like Fandral here managed to pick up a piece of a broken chair or fence because Volstagg fell on it and crushed it. And he throws the damn
like a small troll.
Like a small troll. He throws it to intercept this fireball and destroy it. The bogeyman, too bad it didn't destroy you. There he is. Yeah, he looks terrible. I got it. I got your gun. He shoots it. She does manage to hit her brother in the arm, and now he can't even feel his arm fly or anything. So poor Katie, she falls. And
well, since his powers are based on lowering and increasing his mass,
Yeah.
he could still fly. But in a little kid's head, if Superman lost one of his arms, he wouldn't be able to fly because he wouldn't be able to balance.
No, he wouldn't.
That's not why. Except that's not why he could fly.
Yeah. Or he lost his wing. That's why he couldn't fly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she rips it off. So she does manage to. She falls and gets saved. Of course, they all come back to fight the bogeyman again. All right, I've been beaten fair and square. Look, no weapons. I surrender. Okay, then let's go down. Of course, they go down, and as soon as they go down, dude, this is like violence against children here. This stuff like gets defects called on you. Master, what do we do with them? I've got me a hostage now. I'll drop them back. He just starts beating the hell out of the kids. But you surrendered, and you believe me? You're stupider than you look. Truly, the villain lacks honor, and he shall come to a dishonorable end. Catch thy falling brother, little maid. All right. She falls. The bogeyman falls in the water there. Splash. They get his ass out. Thanks for stopping him. Well fought battle, younglings. I remember not all foes are as honorable as yourselves. Are you all right? Yeah, I just wish my jaw was as numb as my arms. He got the hell knocked out of him. Young man, you are fortunate that such injuries are all you suffered. You're still a danger to yourselves, if not others. Yeah, Volstagg wants them to. They tell Volstagg and the other Warrior 3 that, hey, we're in trouble. The bogeyman's after us. He got fired. And we don't even tell parents who the hell we got powers. Volstagg's like, you got to tell them. And they don't want to. Yeah. Your parents must be told. You need their guidance. Come. Now, where do you live? I'm sorry, sir, but I can't tell you our secret identities. And, of course, here's our villain, the bogeyman. I'll destroy you. You destroyed my converter. My career. You ought to have your head soaked. He knows. He already knows that. Gee, why else would he keep falling in the water? Oh, they're trying to be funny. You take this all too lightly, mortals. For your own sake, your parents must be told. Why, I myself have 18 children. Dude, Volstagg has 18 kids?
Well, there's not a lot to do on Asgard.
If it were my little Hildy were battling giants or trolls like this bogeyman, I should like to know. Hey, wait, I'll tell you who they are. And, of course, he just spills the beans. They are excellent. I shall leave now to inform them myself. There are more permanent ways to end the threat of these brave, to these brave young Volstagg. No, please. I know how he feels. This is little Julie finally coming to realize that even though she didn't do anything wrong, she shouldn't have been passing notes in class. This is the whole meaning of this issue. He lost his job for something he didn't do. Sure, he planned to do was bad steal credit for Dad's converter, turn it into a secret weapon instead of using it for peace. But he was fired because the invention was destroyed, and we destroyed it, even if it was a good cause. He's being punished for something he didn't do, just like me. And even if he did sort of deserve it, like me, I don't think we should punish him anymore. So, Olga's like, if that's your wish, when I get back to Asgard, bogeyman, I will place these mortals under Thor's protection. Hound them again, and you shall answer to the thunder god himself. Of course, now Volstagg's like, excellent. Now we're going to go tell their parents that they've got powers. And they shoot him in the ass like 30 times.
I know. It's like, oh, man.
He gets a little woozy, and they help him leave. Of course, they do give Hogan a New York, I'm going to say that's a Mets cap.
Mm-hmm.
And on the last page, Julie tells her dad what happened. The teacher caught me holding the note, sent me to the principal, and he has to give her some parental advice. Something like that happened to me once. I understand why you wouldn't tell on the other kids. I didn't tell either. But next time, hard as it is, maybe you shouldn't get involved with them at all. But you aren't going to punish me? Hey, good idea. How about atoning for your skills by making us a chocolate cake for dessert with chocolate icing? That's Jack's favorite. That's mine. Oh, you silly dad. I love you.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was decent
Yeah.
for what it is. It's definitely not a, stellar book. But for what it is, it's decent, especially at I don't say the reading target audience for it.
Yes.
Art was good.
Old men like us.
Is that what it is? Well, I think 40 years ago when it came out, it was probably targeted at us when we were like a lot younger.
Yeah.
But art's pretty decent. Story's okay for what it is. But
yeah, it's a cute little story. I was really hoping there was going to be more beta ray than
2 lines.
2 lines.
That's why Charlie Sheen will be in it, because there's only 2 lines in it.
Yep. Charlie calls his junk the Sheenus because there's always a hooker doing lines off it.
Dang it. All right. Well, I did not get anything this week. I did win my auction last week, and it took the guy like 3 days to actually pack up the books and mark them as shipped. So they're supposed to be here Saturday. So I'll have some for next week. But now I know it's my week to pick. You pick this horrible, I won't say horrible, but this less than
horrible,
stellar, this less than stellar power pack number 15. So I actually had I went through some books that I want to read that were sitting to the side. We'll let you pick which one you want to read for next week. 2 fairly new ones and 2 older ones. So you ready?
Mm-hmm.
We got Doctor Strange Fate. You remember Amalgamum Comics?
Oh yeah, I got all those.
Do you?
Yeah.
I've never read this one. I picked this up because, you ready?
Yeah.
Ron Mars is the writer, and Jose Garcia Lopez is the penciler, and Kevin Nolan is the inker.
Mm-hmm.
So
like Graham Nolan, only different.
Yeah, this is like a damn stellar cast for a once and done book.
Yep.
The other new one is, you ready? This one is by Matt Frackton. I don't remember his first name. Zurcher is the artist, but this is a one-shot also. Thor, The Reign of Blood.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, I found this one going through a box. I picked this up a while back and have yet to read it. Giant-sized Spider-Man and Master of Kung Fu, number 2.
Yes.
Yes, you want to read this one? You don't even see
Yes.
the third one? The fourth one?
Oh, there's a 4th one?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought there was only 3 books to choose from. So.
Okay, so here's the 4th one. And I picked this one up because I really want to read it too. But whichever one, I'm going to read all of them eventually. Captain Marvel number 4, Enter the Submariner. All right, so who does the art on Giant Size Spider-Man and Master of Kung Fu? Extra blockbuster bonus. Spidey clashes with the Mighty Avengers and the roaring rampaging Hulk. So this has probably got 2 stories in it. So 68 pages.
At least 2 stories.
Okay, it's probably my favorite Spider-Man penciler next to probably McFarlane and, like the original guys. But Lin Wynn and Ross Andrew.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff.
This is from 1974, October. I was 1.
I was
Jesus
like
Christ, this book is like 49 years old.
I was like 3.5.
Holy crap, dude, the story is long. 32 pages so far. There's Master Kung Fu Steel. So it goes all the way to issue 39 pages. Of course, you got ads in there for the Master Kung Fu story.
Mm-hmm.
This is an awesome issue if you've never read it. Amazing Spider-Man, annual number 3. And then, oh my God, if you've never read it, we can read it again. Originally presented in Spider-Man Annual number 3, The Amazing Spider-Man to Become an Avenger.
And then later, he actually became an Avenger.
Yeah. Guest starring the Hulk.
So it's already got a bonus because the Hulk's in it.
You want to do this one?
I don't know. I'm kind of pulling towards. I'm kind of pulling towards Captain Marvel now, I think.
All right, let me look and see who's in Captain Marvel. I picked it. I can't remember when I picked it up, but it's. I mean, I love Submariner. Freaking awesome character that doesn't get any love and is not mine. In case you didn't know. So Captain Marvel number 4, art. This is by Three Worlds Collide, a triple terror threat. Stanley editor, Roy Thomas writer, Gene Colan art. The Alien and the Amphibian.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Dude, Colan's art's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's an easy one.
I made the mistake yesterday of watching Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Was it that bad?
Yep.
Oh, really? Did they mess up?
Everything.
Freaking High Evolutionary?
High Evolutionary wasn't High Evolutionary. High Evolutionary was just a scientific pimp.
Scientific pimp. Did he walk around and say pimping ain't easy?
No, but he was a screaming meanie. Like, it's just like, this is terrible. This actor can't act. Warlock was abysmal.
All right, yeah. Really?
Mm-hmm. He was another like temper tantrum, spoiled brat character. It was just, oh God.
Warlock is one of those characters that, dude, is so good in the Starlin run.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when he's fighting Magus or Magnus, whatever it is, Magus.
Mm-hmm. Magus, yeah.
Magus. He's fighting Magus and all that, and Magus is actually him, the evil him, and all, and just craziness. But I haven't watched it yet. I did see it dropped on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I only knew that it was already on there because Leroy posted about it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Just so you know, I go, okay, thanks, my dude. And I put it on like the middle of the afternoon to watch it, and I'm like, it started off funny because, you know, what's not funny about Drax, you know, jetpacking a playground ball against some like alien girl's face and knocking her down.
I have not watched it yet. Like I said, I need to watch it. Of the other shows I want to watch, I saw that Loki 2 is coming out like next month. Mm-hmm. Did you watch the first season?
I started to, and I'm like, this is trash. Don't like it. Didn't like it. And I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like.
Well, say I didn't watch it. I have literally, I don't say I've given up on watching the Marvel series on Disney Plus, mm-hmm. but since WandaVision, which was one of the first ones, if not the first one, and was it Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Mm-hmm.
That's like the only two I've watched all the way through. There was one more I watched all the way through, but I can't remember it now. I watched all of Moon Knight, and it was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay.
It wasn't great, but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It gave me insight into Lunatic Moon Knight because I had bought like the first couple, like I told you, I bought like the first couple of issues of that.
Yeah. That
run where all the people that you see him fighting with and dying and nobody's there. It's all happening in his twisted mind.
Yeah, that's from the Brian Michael Bendis run.
Yeah.
And that's collected in a trade. I actually picked that trade up, but I haven't finished it yet. Now, I read the
Brian
best.
Michael Bendis, who went on to destroy Superman.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they should have put him on Batman.
Oh.
He, dude. I mean, he was made to write Batman. I mean, you read some of the Daredevil, some of the stuff he wrote for
his street. He's good at street level heroes.
Yeah, street level heroes. He's and I mean, he's even good at Avengers because, and the reason he was great at Avengers for a long time, is because he's got that mix of the street, the street level heroes, the everyday heroes that fight, all the everyday problems, and he's able to contrast that with the solar system spanning heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And when he doesn't have that street level thing to, compare and contrast against, he goes off the deep end.
He's just terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. He actually did. I bought it, but I have yet to read it. He did one of his very first comics he did, and I think he won some awards for it. I have to look it up and get you the name of it. He wrote and illustrated a comic, and I'm like, what? He drew it? And I picked it up. The art's really good. And the story is supposed to be good. Of the million things I've got to read, I haven't gotten around to it. Right now, was it that old the saying that's on the walls, right? God put me on this earth to do so many things.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, at this point, I'll never die. It's about that way with me in books, yeah. Or I told my sister today, I sent her a little meme, had a little girl, and it says, I'm buying books like I'm going to live forever. But I don't know. I did read the new Hulk. The
new series.
The Philip Kennedy series.
Mm-hmm.
I just skipped over the Kate's crap. I'm going to put it in the box and try and forget about it.
I can easily forget about it because I quit buying before then. So.
Well, the Kennedy stuff is really good. It's only been out 1 or 2 issues now.
Yeah, second issue just hit. I do know because I saw this guy Brad that I'm friends with on Facebook, another comic head and plastic addict. He takes stills of all his books that he buys like every week and posts like his pull list.
Yeah.
On his page. Other things that came out this week, the first Fire and Ice book.
Yep. On the way.
What?
It's on the way.
Okay. And the first Conan book from Titan.
On the way. Multiple covers. I bought multiple copies of that. Did you see the free comic book day version of it?
No.
Or the free comic book day intro to it?
Nope.
De La Torre, that's doing the art for it, looks like he is freaking channeling John Buscema. Like he got a freaking, like a some kind of magic potion or some crap and has contacted him through the dead in his drawing. It's amazing.
The problem is that the only place I can go for free comic book day is my old LCS, my friend's store.
Yeah.
And he doesn't usually order any of the new books for free comic book day. He'll get like what's supposed to be like the big book from Marvel and the big book from DC and like some kid stuff and an IDW, like if it's a Transformers or G.I. Joe thing or whatever. He's still putting out stuff from the first year of free comic book day. Like this. I have multiple copies of this, by the way. The comics event of 2022.
I think I've got
2002. I'm sorry, I skipped ahead.
Jesus. I think I've got a couple copies because my brother got me some copies and I got a copy. I'll see if I can get you some more. I got like the free Conan book because it's just basically it's them giving an intro to Conan. and whatever it is, which it's kind of cool that they're getting that out of the way. So it's almost like they're going to hit the ground running. The thing that's cool is from what I've read, they're not planning on just retelling the same stories. They actually want to write new stories, which
is awesome. Yeah.
Which is awesome. I mean, and I don't mind, dude. If you want to fill in and do, Iron, Shadows of Iron or Shadows in the Iron Moonlight, whatever the story's name is. It's one of my favorite Conan stories ever. Do it. I don't care. But also give me something else. I don't want to reread the same stories over and over and over and over and over and over. I've read them before. And there's so much you can do with it. I mean, because basically, Conan is complete escapism. I mean, that's what we read it. That's why it's amazingly popular, and it's been popular for freaking 100 years. Read the character, read the stories, and fill in some stuff. But the art was amazing. Fire and Ice looks good too, but I don't know what they're going to do with it because it's just a TV series, or it was a movie. Excuse me.
Yeah, it was a movie. Yeah, they're doing it because it's like the 40th anniversary.
Yeah. The other thing I've got that's supposed to come out the next day or two, I don't know if it's going to be in this month's comics that I have coming, but God, we need to do it one day on the podcast. It's a book. I got I think it's Dark Horse redid it in a big collected volume, The Complete Den.
Ooh, Den of Earth.
Yeah, Den of Earth from Heavy Metal. Yep, by Corbin.
Yeah, because remember a few months back, I actually got one of those issues.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
We may have talked about it. I can't remember everything. At my advanced age, it's starting to slip.
Yeah.
But you got one of the issues of the story.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how many issues it went. There's so much of that stuff in Heavy Metal that's not been reprinted that I would love to get. The damn, was it Walt Simonson, I think, was the one that did the movie adaptation or the comic adaptation for Alien, the movie, in Heavy Metal. Steranko did Blade Runner or Outland. Outland. It's not collected anywhere. I can't find it. And I would love to read. Outland is one of my favorite sci-fi movies ever. And it gets very little love because there's no aliens, there's no nothing crazy in it. It's actually a Western in outer space. Only it's got Sean Connery in it when he wasn't playing on Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh, so like the other week we were talking about the Sci-Fi Book Club, and you're like, no, it still exists.
Yeah.
Well, I joined it.
Did you? But
the problem is they don't show you anything when you're first signing up before you've gotten anything.
Yeah.
So like it shows you like 2 not really graphic novel comics or anything. But so it's going to cost me like $24 to get 2 books.
Okay.
So the only thing I could find that I would want, there were like 2 Star Trek books. One is an actual Star Trek novel, and the other one's just the science of Star Trek.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to bore myself with, sci-fi science.
Is it under Sci-Fi Book Club?
Yeah. It's under SFBC.
Yep.
So I ordered 2 books. One is Michael Moorcock's The Citadel of Forgotten Myths.
Okay.
And the other one is the very first Star Trek Strange New Worlds novel.
Really? So they're already doing Strange New Worlds?
Yeah. It's Strange New Worlds, The High Country by John Jackson Miller. It's under techno thrillers, aliens, outer space, and time travel adventure across the lawless frontier. Don't miss this all-new adventure, the first novel based on the thrilling Paramount Plus TV series Star Trek Strange New Worlds, After an experimental shuttlecraft fails, Captain Christopher Pike and his crewmates are scattered across a bizarre new world. First Officer Una finds herself, and I think Una's the one that got taken away.
Okay.
Because she's basically a female version of Khan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was the end of season 1. And I didn't know, but I'm pretty sure she's played by Rebecca Romaine, formerly Stamos. Played the little blue girl on X-Men First Class there.
Yeah.
Finds herself fighting to survive in an untamed wilderness. Cadet Nyota Uhara struggles in a volcanic wasteland. Science Officer Spock is missing altogether, and Pike gets the chance to fulfill his childhood dream to live the life of a cowboy in a world where the tools of the 23rd century are of no use. Yet, even in the saddle, Pike is still very much a starship captain setting out to find his crewmates. He discovers that one people's utopia might be someone else's purgatory. It was released February of this year.
Well, man, there's a million freaking Star Trek novels, which is cool.
Oh, I know.
I've read a bunch of them. Yeah, I'm looking it up. I found it. I don't see a whole lot I'm too terrible interested in either.
It's like, you want to upgrade your membership? No, thanks. Because that means I got to pick more books. I struggled for like a week to find 2.
Yeah, they used to have like a bunch of classic writers and artists in here, but I don't see a whole lot. They've got a couple, but I mean, it's maybe just people I'm not, used to or haven't read. Epic fantasy. Into the Broken Lands. I don't know that book. Yeah, there's the Citadel of Forgotten Myths. You have to let me know if that one's any good. I have not read that one. That must be a new one. But damn, I thought I knew they were still around, but I guess they got rid of the whole. That was back in the day when gas was only like 89 cents or whatever. You could get 5 books for $1 plus shipping and handling.
Yeah, but it won't let me go to checkout, so I just closed it out. They already gave us a hint because they've already done a toy drop because of San Diego.
Okay.
And they're releasing a Sentinel, not as nice as the ones that you had to pay $300 for from Hasbro Pulse.
Yeah.
But it's for X-Men 97.
Yeah, I saw the X-Men 97 figures in Walmart the other day. They had the Cyclops, Wolverine, and Rogue. I thought they did a Storm, but maybe I'm...
No. I'll share this. Boom, 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 boom. Share screen.
Oh, Marvel Legends Storm looks cool.
No. This is X-Men 97.
Oh, is it?
This is X-Men 97. It's Marvel Legends, but it's X-Men 97.
Oh, okay.
Because I had clicked on them. It's Marvel Legends series subset X-Men 97 series collection is here. Collect them all.
So the X-Men, so these are like the 6 or 7 inch figures, because the X-Men 97 that was in Walmart, they were like $10 a piece. They were only like 3 or 4 inches tall.
Oh yeah, those are the remakes from. Remember the ones they just put on like the blister card?
Yeah.
These are like the legend size. So we have Magneto, Wolverine, Storm in the white outfit, Gambit Rogue, and a terrible looking Bishop. Like, I'm like, why does he look like he's like 15 years old?
He looks like he's a lot smaller than the other figures too.
Yeah. And then there's they've got Blade.
Oh my
And
God. Bob, Agent of Hydra.
Bob, Agent of Hydra.
Did you read that series?
No.
I think it's Bob. We need to do that one. That crap was so funny where they talk about
Yeah, it
moving
is.
the Hydra.
Because this is the 2-pack series. Deadpool and Bob, Agent of Hydra.
Yeah. Blade looks cool.
And then the Smythe and Peter Parker was an SDCC exclusive.
Yeah.
And what they do is Peter and Smythe are in their own case, but it's like a slip case. So it looks like an old VHS case, but like with 2 movies in it.
Oh.
And one is the Peter Parker box and one is the Smythe box.
Huh.
Clea is sold out. I guess that's Doctor Strange's girlfriend there.
His girlfriend, his wife. Yeah.
So I would say, now that I know, if I see her on a shelf somewhere, I'll probably buy her because it's sold out from Hasbro.
Yeah.
These guys, however, the hand ninjas, do not buy them from Hasbro. Go to Ollie's where you can buy them for $10 a piece.
Are they at Ollie's?
Yep.
I'll have to look next time I go.
Then there's like the Gamerverse Iron Man. No, sir, don't like it.
I don't like the Daredevil.
The I'm a Hobo Matt Murdock Daredevil.
No, I don't like it.
I'm like, because he wore that costume for what, like a day, and then he disappeared, and Electric just took it up and made her her own.
Yeah.
Lady Bullseye is kind of cool though.
Yeah, Lady Bullseye looks good.
And a classic Luke Cage.
Luke Cage. Yeah. I have thought about, they actually have it at, they got like a couple of them at my Walmart here.
Mm-hmm.
The Wonder Man with the big puffy jacket. I've been debating on whether to buy it or not.
Oh yeah. And then they've got the Heroes Return classic Iron Man.
Yep.
Mashup, and then Nighthawk and
Blur
from something.
Squadron Supreme, right?
Oh, that's right. Was it Squadron Supreme?
I think so.
That's where Nighthawk came from, because I know Nighthawk from Defenders.
It'll make me look it up. It's got Hyperion in it. Just want the membership, people, not all this other stuff. Yeah, the core members of Squadron Supreme are Hyperion, Nighthawk, Dr. Spectrum, Power Princess, and Weezer.
Weezer,
yeah.
Weezer's a band. Weezer is the character.
Oh my God, Patches is a prominent members of rival publisher DC Comics superhero team Justice League. Many of the characters were later added to the roster, not all which are based on superheroes. Is Squadron Supreme worth reading? It's the first real deconstructionist superhero story. Yes, it's worth reading.
I know it's on my desk.
Have you read it yet?
I'm like 2 issues in. But then, ooh, look, shiny! Squirrel! And I start another book.
I do like the Iron Man too. Classic Iron Man looks awesome.
Of course, my favorite Iron Man, the only one that I'd probably buy is Silver Centurion. So And if I was gonna buy a Silver Centurion, I would probably want to buy when it's on sale for half price, the 112 Silver Centurion.
Oh yeah, the bigger one.
Yeah. And then McFarlane strikes.
The Superman that they released, the McFarlane Superman, looks terrible. The
Oh,
one
like the two pack?
what I don't know. He's like in multiple colors. He's like light blue and light red or something. It's
Yeah, that the artist edition.
80,
No, I was thinking
anniversary.
they did a two pack, which is Superman versus Ultraman. Ultraman looks completely awesome and badass.
Yeah,
Superman looks like they added a chromosome to him.
that's not nice. Oh my God, I have not seen it. Yeah, I saw that today. The Todd McFarlane Batman figure from, what is it, like Detective 424 or something like that.
Yep. These are statues. Now, granted, his other 12-inch figures are known as statues too.
Limited polyresin, limited to 500.
Which just happens to be the price. Actually, no, I think this one's like 200.
Good Lord, it's raining now.
Let me check. Nope, it's 500.
No.
$500. Then here's where you're gonna cry.
That is stupid looking.
You think that's stupid looking? I thought it was cool.
No, it. Look at the cape. It's like way out of proportion or something.
Yeah, because his cape was a lot shorter back then too.
Yeah.
And of course the costume was a lighter blue. He did the original Superman costume as it was supposed to be on a single figure, and then he does this, and it's $500. Then this was the first one I saw, because Todd walks around saying, "What can I Jokerize today?" I mean, we know he misses Venom, and he can't Venomize anybody because, well, Disney and Sony. But I looked at this and I go, "This is awesome." But I'm looking at like the face, and with the Joker face painted over the bat cowl like it is there, I'm like, "Oh my God, it's Zoltar from G-Force." But I'm like, this is awesome, but not $500 awesome. They're all $500, and I'm like, no.
And they'll be sold out.
Oh, they're already probably sold out. They're 1/10 scale, all hand numbered on the base. There's guys that you'll see like on TikTok that buy multiples of like just about every figure. Like they won't just buy this set that comes out. They'll buy 2 of that set. And when like the Flash set came out, they bought like multiples because they wanted one Batwing to keep in the box and another one to mount and display to the wall. I'm like, yeah, that would be cool. But for $250, I need to fit into that motherfucker and be able to fly it around. Sorry.
Oh.
And I'm like, nope. And where else was there? There was something else that I saw too. Oh yeah, there's a Hush Batman, like the black and gray.
That one looked good. I saw that one.
It has the kryptonite ring.
Oh, they did. They're doing. What's her face? Oh God, Swamp Thing's girlfriend on the card.
Yeah. They got the other name. Alan says Storm just came through here.
Yeah, it just come through us.
The actual storm outside, not the character that we were talking about previously.
Yes.
Yep. Holly Berry just came through drunk, dressed as Storm, and said hi to Alan on the way through. And now she's locked in his basement. So this is Figures Toy Company.
Yeah.
They've got like all the licenses, and they're the ones that got the old Mego license off of like MC Toys when MC didn't work out, and then Marty went back to the drawing board. They came through, and their figures are usually like $30 a piece. So this one's saying that this is Abby Cable.
Yeah, Abby. Yeah, Abby.
Yeah, I know it was Abby, but because you can tell from the picture there, looks nothing like that. This looks more like Jeff Hardy with a wig on. Swamp Thing's cool though. So basically, buy the Swamp Thing, and we'll give you Abby for free. They've been running sales. So liking like all the old school stuff, and especially like the old school Teen Titans stuff.
Yeah.
Back when we were kids, we had this wackadoo character named Duella Dent, who claimed to be every one of Batman's main rogue villains' daughters. Well, Figures Toy Company made all of those. Scrolling. Where'd they go? They were here. Oh, that's coming out. The Thelosians.
Yep.
Imagine that. Those are real. Those are actually women. I go, yep, that's why their heads are so big. Here's the new Batman and Robin, the one you sent me the link for.
Yeah. The Batman looks really cool.
Yeah, and
even the Robin looks cool.
Yeah. These are like just a little to the right of Hot Toys figures. But they're like 8 inches, and they both come with bases and like a handful of stuff. But if they're 8-inch and they're like, they're high end, like the fingers all have joints and multiple hands and everything. Oh, there's your Christmas Elvira. This is the Kung Fu Batman that had basically there was a Robin and a Batman that had a slider switch on their back.
Yeah.
So you could move the slider switch back
and
forth.
Come up, right?
And it would, so they'd like karate chop or do something. And I saw one guy who was actually selling a magnetic Batman. They didn't have a Robin. The magnetic Batman loose, in good condition, $500. He had a magnetic Batman that had never been opened and was still in the box like this. That was around $3,000.
Good God.
And I'm like, no. Pulsar, I had that figure when I was a kid. Because you just push on him and like all his everything pumped blood and his lungs, worked and everything. I had him fight. Oh, he's a mess.
Those are a mess.
Yeah. Big Jim cartoons. They're coming out with these.
I love that Brainiac picture. I bought that comic that picture come from just because of the damn cover.
So FTC is making Firestorm, Bizarro, Deadman.
Bizarro.
Bizarro right there.
Yeah, me Bizarro.
Oh, yes. Me, Superman #1. Deadman, Old School Dr. Fate, Red Tornado, the only Nightwing worth collecting with the disco collar. Two-Face and Brainiac.
Yep.
So those are the next ones they're coming out with.
Oh, the hell, the Batcopter looks cool.
That's the
Or the Whirly Bat.
The Whirly Bat. Yeah, I had an
Yeah.
actual Batcopter too. Somebody made an old Superman. His like Crisis on Infinite Earth, Golden Age Superman.
It's that crisis in my pants because his damn underwear's too tight, Superman.
Oh, they put him on back. Oh, they put his undies on backwards.
There's got to be something.
Man, that must be one of those new tucking swimsuits from friggin' Target.
Oh, the dude from Aaron Aaron to Mercy.
Yep. This is a custom figure. They feature like custom builds all the time.
Oh, cool.
Somewhere they also had all 6 of the Duella Dent figures. Two-Face's daughter, Joker's daughter, Penguin's daughter,
I remember
Scarecrow's
that.
daughter.
Yeah.
All of them for the same price as the 2 Swamp Thing figures. So for $30, because they're not moving, so for $30 you can get like, all 6 of them.
Cool. Oh, dude, go back down. Damn, dude, they're doing an Andorian. Go back up. You missed it. Look, see?
Oh yeah.
Dude.
These are the new Mego figures, not Figures Toy Company. My bad. They're all part of the World's Greatest Superheroes reproduction. Somebody's wish list of DC characters they never got: Red Tornado, Firestorm, Deadman, Dr. Fate, Nightwing, Two-Face, Bizarro, Superman, and Brainiac. They're doing the Andorians. I think this is the Andorian that wasn't really an Andorian when they were trying to blow up.
He's an Orion. He's got a dang
antenna
that's got a speaker in it. Not a speaker, but a radio transmitter or something.
Yep. And this guy down the far right, I'm like, what is this? Like Prince William from Epstein Island figure?
Oh my God. Jesus. You're going to get us banned.
It's all right. I got a Rumble channel. The Ghost hair is cool.
Who's the other guy up there in the corner? Is that the dude from Ghostbusters?
This one?
Yeah.
No, that's Matt, what's his name, that used to play Doctor Who as the elf from House of Dragons.
Oh, I haven't watched House of Dragons.
So it makes me think, maybe they have gotten the license for House of Dragons. They already had the license for Lord of the Rings.
Be able to make some figures up.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a lot of people that collect Mego that the only reason they pay attention to what new figures are coming up, so they can figure out what they can mishmash with extra figures they already have to build new figures that they haven't made yet.
Oh, really?
Because on average on eBay, you can sell if you're really good at customs, you can sell like a custom figure online for like $300 to $500, if not more. It depends on the subject matter too.
Dang.
So.
All right, man. So next week, Captain Marvel #4.
Captain Marvel #4.
I will get it. And right now, everything.
Oh my God, this fool again. Ban. User was blocked. User was blocked like.
You blocked him 3 times.
It says user was blocked, but it's still coming up.
Oh.
What is our fantasy? For you to go the fuck away. I know you're just a bot, but you know.
Oh, Lord. But, all right, I'll get it and send it over to you, and we will be back next Thursday. Captain Marvel #4.
Nice.